This is another Lego Star Wars MOC. This is my Gar Saxon's Landspeeder. This was super fun to design. Last year we got this awesome minifigure, Gar Saxon, in the Mandalorian Starfighter Lego set, and I thought he needed some of his own vehicles, so I recently designed a speeder bike for him, and now I have a land speeder for him. So this is kind of what I came up with for him. Also seated in this land speeder is a Mandalorian I designed a Fang fighter for. I have a separate video showing that off if you want to check that out. But for now, this is Gar Saxon's land speeder. We'll take a look around things. So Gar Saxon is a member of Death Watch, and the Death Watch symbol has the appearance of a Mandalorian starfighter, or the starfighter has an appearance of the Death Watch symbol. I'm not really sure which came first, but I kind of went for that overall design in this. If you look at it with a bird's eye view, it doesn't perfectly replicate the Death Watch symbol, but it does approximate it. And you know, with the 3 prongs in front, some kind of uneven sides, and 3 smaller prongs in back. So that is what I was going for the original design, and I think I did an okay job at it. It made this build a lot easier to have that as my direction that I was heading for, and I think it looks pretty sweet. I think it turned out okay. So the features of this ship, nothing too crazy. There is the cockpit here with some seats built up. Let's see if I can get a better light of that. Some seats are built up right here, and there is a Mandalorian pistol on either side stored there. So there's a computer panel for Gar Saxon, kind of a center console. I forget which set that sticker's from, but the kind of windscreens here are these cool angled kind of wedge pieces. And then for the engine kind of thruster, just this middle one right here. You could imagine thrust coming out of, you know, these little bits here, but mainly I was just trying to get that overall Death Watch symbol design. So I didn't focus too much on the engines as I have, you know, maybe done before in other builds. The colors are obviously inspired by Gar Saxon himself. A lot of black, some grays, a little bit of red. Fortunately, I don't have a ton of that awesome gunmetal gray color. I hope Lego releases a ton more in that color scheme sooner than later. But the color scheme worked out, I believe. Pretty simple build, really fun to make, very swooshable. And you saw this piece break off a few seconds ago, but those are honestly the most fragile parts of this whole build. Swoosh it around with your Mandalorians. The underside has just a couple of skids, mainly to lift it off the ground so it looks like it's, you know, hovering on its repulsors, but also good to, you know, kind of slide it around a little bit. One last spin around. And yeah, that is my Gar Saxon's Landspeeder.